on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I've been on hiatus for a couple months, getting the family moved into the new house and working on rebuilding my workshop. One of the things I plan to do, I'm going to put a video up. I got to rebuild this slide carriage for my Z-axis on my CNC machine. I ordered the wrong one, and trying to get it sent back and getting a new one, I decided I'm just going to cut it off right here. We're going to put that guy right there, make it to the size I need. I'm only going to be able to cut like 4 inches thick, I think, you know, if that's what I was going to be carving. But I needed to beef up the carriage from the one I currently have. And basically going to be using this new portable bandsaw to cut the aluminum. I have to take apart the slides and I'm going to use a 4-inch grinder and just cut those off. That's hardened steel, and I don't think that blade's going to cut it. You know, it doesn't have to be pretty as store-bought, but you know, I can handle getting that anchored and putting this baby on and get going on some things. All right, now that we got the hard part out of the way, getting everything ready, had a little oops that my memory card got filled up, and you're gonna miss the tapping of the holes. But basically what I had to do was re-tap these 4 holes here. I'm using an M5 tap. And I don't have cutting oil. I'm just using 3-in-1 oil, which is okay to use. Cutting oil is a little thicker. So I drilled the holes, and the hole for this would be a 4.2 millimeter to drill the pilot holes. I didn't have the millimeter, but I used a 5/64. This being aluminum, a little softer, it's a little bit more forgiving on a tap. If it was steel, I'd recommend using the proper size bit, but it is what it is. I'm going to start putting this together because I have to make a mark now. Once this is in place, I got to put the ball screw back in the middle with the pillow block on the end, and I got to drill. I'm going to have this in place, clamp it, and I'm going to send my 1/4 inch bit through the holes to mark the aluminum underneath. I'm not into guessing. And that's how we do it. It's all hand done stuff around these parts. And I'm comfortable with it, so we know, make sure that that thing is as far as it'll go. Get those couple in. I'm just snugging them up because I got to adjust everything. Make sure everything is right where it needs to be when I put the carriage back on. Personally, I enjoy rebuilding things sometimes, making what I need. Sometimes you can only do so much with store-bought, but then again, I didn't buy my machine at the store. Everything was put together, and that's the way I wanted to do it. Did I save money? Sure. Are there some headaches? Absolutely. That's why I got a couple guys waiting in the wings to offer their expertise to me on some things that maybe I had missed initially building my rig. Alright, so now I think we're all good. Now I know that this pillow block I have fit right in between. Right in between. Not even slack. So let's see how that works. A little bit up on top, so let's loosen these guys up. Maybe it'll give me a little bit. Maybe it won't. It's closer. That's for sure. Yeah, that's what. That's fine. It was just a touch of slack. Sometimes you get everything tight and buttoned down, it's gonna be just fine. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That's nice. Very nice. So now let's get the ball screw, the screw collar. There's a bushing. Put it right through there, and this bushing just has to go on, and it goes up and it holds that. We want to get it. It has a set screw on it just so this is solid where it sits. I don't want any play with it, but it will turn. So now let's get that guy on. Ooh, look at that. Nice. And then this, I think that bearing floats a little bit, so back that off a little bit. Get that on. There we go. We're in. She's going there. Excellent. I just want to let it find its way. Give it a little. Go. And what I'm going to do with this 1/4 inch bit, I'm just using some 1/4 20s. I'm not tapping anything, no need to. Ooh, the sun's coming through. Look at that. I have a rear door on the workshop, and it has a window in it, and lets in a little light, and I can peer at the back and get that cleaned up. One thing is, I'm doing this stuff, the metal shavings can be very bad for things, so I always make sure that I keep everything clean, wiped down. Little pieces of metal shavings everywhere. Okay, so I'm going to get these drilled, and then I'm going to get this thing put together with the screws. Get the end block mounted. We're going to be done. And I'll be right back. All right. Got our holes drilled. Let's get this thing put back together, hopefully without too much pain. The bushings in seated. And this slide is very oily. Everything is oily. That's why I got some towels here. It is very oily. Not that I'm wiping the oil off, it's just I see some shavings again. Okay, which is great. There we go. This one. As always, sometimes you may hear my puppies barking in the background, and it's just what they do. They refuse to stop barking sometimes. So I may opt to change these out to a different version. I'm going to absolutely do some nylon nuts on the back, and that'll lock this thing together. My trusty little channel locks. Oops, somebody's looking for me. Go. A lot of this stuff is just going to be hand tight right now until I can get it mounted, because I have to mount it to the carriage on the machine, and I may have to tweak a couple things, but for the most part that's in. Okay, let's see how good I am. So I may opt to get some 2-inch bolts there. Ooh, sunlight. Everything looks decent.
Yeah, but she was football day.
Alright. I found my bag of parts. Let's dump them out and see what's going on. Alright. Let's see. Oh, beautiful. I need a washer on that. You know what? I don't need a washer on that. Maybe I do. Because they were countersunk, they seem to have been a little bit, you know, I got a couple turns on them. Let's see what that does for me. There's the washer. There we go. I think it's good. Very nice. Yeah, I'll probably opt to get, I'll get some black screws for that. Make it all jive together. Okay, so that's on there. And there we have it, mission completed. So I have to anchor the ball screw holder here. Kind of goes up and over like so, and as the motor turns, hey, it's gonna run it up and down. Everything's nice and solid. Perfect. Excellent. All right. Well, I think that's gonna wrap it up. I'll have this thing mounted on the new carriage as soon as possible. Yeah, I appreciate you guys hanging out, viewing my first video of the new season, we'll call it. As always, please like and subscribe the channel, and I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.